Hey, thank you for tuning in to another devlog. Today I wanted to talk about a very specific topic. You maybe know the problem as an indie game developer. You always have a lot of projects, you always have new ideas for projects, and what all of them have in common is it takes a lot of time to finish your game, to publish it, to release it in the outside, and to actually earn some money from it. I have the problem that I'm constantly thinking about ways how to get better seen, get my games better published or earning some money in the best ways, because actually we have to make a living from something, and I think that's what every indie game developer have in common. We need to make a living somehow, otherwise we have to work for other companies such as freelancer or have to have an employed job. So somehow we need to make a living and have the budget to make our indie games. And if you're in this special situation like I am and you have some budget left, but you know it won't be there forever because you have lots of costs and maybe you make 3 or 4 more months without doing some extra work. I always keep to think about how I can change this and how I can get a monthly payment which is high enough to make my living. This always brings me in some kind of a very scared or difficult situation, because actually I want to work on my new project and I have fun with it, and it makes a lot of fun, and it requires a lot of creativity. I really like what I do, but I actually know that the game will take much longer than I expected. As always, I think that's also some kind of a problem you have as an indie game developer. Your project always takes some more time than they should or as you have planned. I think that's also quite normal. But actually I know that the project will take even 6 or more months to be finished, or before I can do some kind of crowdfunding or whatever. And the problem is I know my budget won't hold long enough for that. So I have to come up with some solution. And in my case I thought about what can I do, and so I came back to my old games I had already released, but they don't sell very well. The problem with that was that actually my old game FlatFatCat and Timotales were written with libgdx first before I switched to Godot, and now I have the problem that if I want to spread out some updates and gain better sales with it, because I can promote it with a cooler update or cooler gameplay whatsoever, I don't have the maintainability on my libgdx games. So I decided to convert these games to Godot. I thought to myself, hey, how long could it take to convert it to Godot and then just make an update and release an update and to hopefully get more sales. But even that in mind, it takes also, I would say, a month at least to convert everything. So I spent a month to do an idea I have, and I will see if the sales are going up or not. And that's always the big problem as indie game developer. And I can't give you any special tip or answer how you can shift away from that problem. The only tip I could give you is just to have a normal job, or doing a normal job and doing your indie business in your free time if you can afford it or if you can do it. For me actually it wasn't an option, because if I can't spend all of my time into indie game development, I use my free time usually for other stuff. So I have a lot of hobbies and activities such as drumming or playing video games whatsoever, and all of them is much more important to me in my free time after a normal job than going to my games. So for me it was the only solution to do indie business as full-time job, because then I could spend all of my time into the games and then I could actually achieving something. So the downside for me is that I always have to do some kind of seasonal business. So I normally do some freelance work to gather some budget, and when I have enough budget I do some month of my game development, and I hope to have enough sales or earning enough money so I don't have to go to the freelance job again. But unfortunately this didn't happen right now, so I actually see myself in some month freelancing again and gathering more money to doing another season of indie game development. Nevertheless, what I wanted to show you today is my first approaches to converting actually FlatFatCat to Godot. I was able to convert the sprite animations to the Godot animations. I have to say to that my old animations in libgdx were made with Spriter, and Spriter is actually, yeah, you could say the same animation tool as we have in Godot. So there wasn't some easy way of importing the animations to Godot, so I had to manually convert them here. But now I'm finished with that, and I just wanted to show you how my animations look like. So this is our player cat in our game. And our first animation is the bounce animation, which is actually played when the cat is bouncing together, and it looks something like that. The second animation I have is the evil animation, and it's actually only for the player cat, because if you shoot with it, it looks kind of evil to the other cats. Then of course we have an idle animation. This is just the idle animation when the cats are in the room and they idle with that idle animation. We have the shoot animation, which is played when the cat is actually shooting. As you can see, there's also a hat in the background, which I should deactivate, so it's not finished yet. And we have the fear animation, which is just played if the cat is scared of something. As you can see, the tail is switching up. Yeah, that's actually our player cat. Then of course we have the NPC cats, I would say. These have another color, so you can, if you match a cat pair, then the love animation is played, and it looks like that. And last but not least, we have a dog in our game, which is kind of a trap, I would say. If you haven't played FlatFatCat, please check it out. There is a mobile version available and also a Steam version available. What I want to achieve with this converting to Godot is I only want to focus on the Steam version, and I want to bring out a new update, a better update, and make the game more PC-like. So at the moment it's more of a mobile game, but you should definitely check it out. It's a full game, it's fully implemented, it's fully working, and it's a lot of fun. You can just find it in App Store, iOS or Android Store. Just search for FlatFatCat. I also link the game below, so if you haven't, please check it out. Makes a lot of fun. So we have the dog, and he is aware of barking. So he is able to bark. This is the bark animation. He also has an idle animation, of course. So you look, so you see this dog is kind of weird. It's a crazy dog. We want to achieve with that. And last but not least, we have a muzzle animation, which is just a deactivation animation. So you can use a booster in the game and just give him a muzzle, and then he can't do anything to your cats. So for that we just need the muzzle animation. So I hope you like this video log for today. As said, I'm currently working on that a bit, and our survival game isn't delayed, but I'm just want to work 1 day a week on that, and the other days I want to spend on this update to maybe get more sales out of it, or make an update and the game is better received whatsoever. So this is one of my ideas. Maybe you have an idea how I could improve my daily business, or how I can better make a living without switching the projects around. I'm always not sure about my own decisions. As usual, that's a problem if you're independent. You always have to do your decisions by yourself, and you have to live with them, and you never know if one decision is better than the other, because as I said, it always takes time if the idea is working, or you can release it and then you see if it was the time worth or not, and you always have to decide first what you do, and you see just in the latter how well it received or how well it says. So please leave your thoughts below the video. Tell me if you want to see something else. I appreciate your time a lot that you watched this video, and I hope you tune in for the next video, and yeah, I hope to see you there. Bye!